Hello everybody, Donna Gray here. How you going? I hope lots of people jump online tonight and join me tonight. I've got a pretty exciting tutorial for you tonight. I've been having a little bit of a play. I'll just wait until some people jump on. While I'm waiting for people to jump on, I'll just do what I normally do at the beginning of my videos, and that is show my RAK cards that I've received. I've received another one today and one yesterday, so that's a bit exciting. So I just wanted to show you the one I received yesterday was this one, using the lovely daisy punch. I haven't got my hands on it yet, but I'm hoping to get my hands on it when it gets back into ordering again. I can see I've got one person jumped on. Just say hello to me, let me know, just to see if I can see if comments are coming up. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Okay, so this was an RAK card from Susan. I think I showed it in my last online video using the daisy punch. The one I got today was a little bit of a surprise. It's actually a RAK card from Ohio in the USA, and we don't have this here. It's the pumpkin pack, paper pack and things that America get. So it was actually quite exciting to receive. Hey Bev, how you going? Nice to see you made it all the way from New Zealand. G'day. Anyway, yeah, this was a pumpkin patch, a pumpkin paper card, and this is the first pumpkin paper card that I've actually received. We don't have it here in Australia, but it's interesting to see people from America, and thank you very much. This card is from Tonya Lee from Ohio. Sorry, Tonya Lee Thompson. And yeah, it was quite exciting to get this, Tonya Lee. Thank you. Sorry, Tonya Thompson. Thank you very much for letting me have a bit of a look at what pumpkin paper is all about. Okay, so tonight, what you've all been waiting for is the You Move Me bundle and using different stamps. I tried to do this about 4 weeks ago. I tried and failed miserably. I spent hours and hours trying to do it. So today it was my mission that I thought I'm going to try and work out how to do this. And as you'll see, as you move it, the dragonfly moves, the bees move. I found that it's better going sideways with it. I also did another one using the bees, and I thought I'd try it with the mechanism going up and down. They do flutter a bit, yep, not too bad. And the idea is to pull them slowly, but I've done butterflies and the bees. So what I thought I would do is tell you tonight exactly how I came about being able to get this to happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch you around and we'll start from scratch, and I'll show you how I do it. So bear with me while I turn you around. Okay. So hopefully I can get this video coming up on my, just refresh, coming up on my laptop so I can actually see the comments as we go. Now, if anyone has any comments and wants to ask any questions while we're going tonight, please don't hesitate to type a message in, and if your messages are popping up for me and I can see it, I'd be happy to answer any questions of how we did this. Okay, so the first thing, stamp set, You Move Me bundle, Dragonfly Dreams. I thought I would use the dragonfly and the bees. I'm just going to probably do the bees. I will show you how I did the dragonfly on another spare bit of paper, but to make the card, I'm actually just going to do the bees tonight. And using the You Move Me bundle, and the mechanism is the main part that makes all this work, and the special technique of stamping. Okay, so I've done a few things ahead of time. what I thought I would do is I'll pop that one up there so we can see it in the corner. Okay. So what I thought I would do is the card base, I've got Bermuda Bay, and I've already cut my mechanism out. Now, as you can see, the mechanism is way longer than our thinlet. Now, for me to actually do that, what I did was I've lined it up in my Big Shot and ran it through once, and then I've moved the thinlet down again and lined it up, making sure that I have a definite gap, and lined it up the second time and cut that through. So that's for our top layer. The main thing that made this work for me, and I'll show you the one that I have been using. As you can see, I've stamped quite a bit. Out of just plain copy paper, I actually cut the mechanism part out of just plain copy paper. When I tried to do this before, I tried with cardstock and I failed miserably. I couldn't get the stamp to stamp all the way through. I tried with clear sheets and like projector sheets. I tried to do that. I couldn't get it to cut through properly. So then this time I thought to myself, well, the main problem that I had was trying to stamp the stamp through this mechanism part. I couldn't get a really good image to stamp properly. So I thought today I might just try a thin sheet of copy paper, because it's no different to when you want to do the masking technique. Copy paper works perfectly. The ink doesn't go through it. So I thought to myself, I might try with the copy paper, and unbelievably, it actually worked for me. So that was my main breakthrough today. So what I did was, with the copy paper, I just ran 2 sheets together at once and cut out 2 of the mechanisms. I just find with copy paper with the thinlet, it actually cuts a lot better if you've got 2 sheets. Hi Cheryl, nice for you to join me. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you actually have a go at it, Cheryl, and see if you get some success, because I'm blown away. I don't know, you've jumped on. Hey Renee, how you going? Nice to see you. So I'll just show you this mechanism moving again, if you've only just jumped on. These are my dragonflies and my bees. I've done it 2 different ways. So I've done it this way. As you can see, the bees flutter, the dragonfly flutters. And I also did it, I find it works better sideways, but I also did it with this one. Hopefully this is coming up on the camera. And the bees flutter as well. There you go, you can see them moving there. Okay, so mainly what I did was cut the mechanism out of copy paper, and this is for our layer for the top, so we'll put that aside at the moment and start our stamping. Okay, so I've just used Whisper White for my where I'm going to stamp the image. Now the main thing that I've found is you need to line your pattern. You need to line it up really nice and straight on your piece of paper. Now I'm going to get the bee stamp, and I find stamping in darker colours works best. I've had more success with stamping with darker colours. Now the main thing is, what I found is, if you stamp your first image really straight and then we tilt the second image, that's what gives the movement in the wings. I'm actually thinking about doing a lot more trying to work out anything that I can incorporate with any other stamps that I've got, because now that I've actually got the working mechanism to work, it's quite exciting. Okay, so ink up your stamp, and I'm just going to pop one just in the middle this time. So the main thing is nice and straight with your stamp, and press down really hard so that you can make sure you get a really good image all the way across. Okay. And I'm going to stamp another one up here, nice and straight. And I'm going to stamp another one down. Oh, I'm going to get that ink off there. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to stamp another one down in this corner down here. Okay, so that's the first thing we've got to do. Now, carefully slide your paper sideways and you'll find that that image will disappear. I'll turn this over. Maybe that might be easier for you. Okay, so I'll line the paper up again. Okay, so as you can see, it's a bit better. When you go sideways, your image disappears. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that middle one first. Now, what I did was I just tilted the bee. I still stamped in the middle where the bee was, but just tilted it so that its wings were screw width compared to the straight ones. Okay, same up here with this one. I might tilt him the other way. I was so excited when this actually worked today. I had that many spare bits of paper the last time I tried to do this that I threw away, and I was so frustrated. I said to my husband, I can't believe I can't do this. And I put it down to I'm never going to get it to happen. And then today when I tried it with this, I was so excited to see that it actually worked. Okay, now that's as simple as it is, and I'm now going to just give it a trial run here and move this across, and see, there you go, they flutter. And honestly, it's as simple as just doing that stamping. So now what I did was I built up the front of the card. So with my Bermuda Bay that I'm using, if you want to know measurements, I can let you know measurements. My card base I've cut at 5 7/8 of an inch and 8 1/4 of an inch. My next layer is cut, the top layer is cut at 5 3/4 inches this way and 4 inches that way. And this layer here is actually the same size as that, but what I do is I just cut 1/8 of an inch off each side for it to sit in to the mechanism really well. Okay, so now I'm going to just bring in my cutter and I'll cut that down. Yeah, Cheryl, it is amazing, isn't it? I can't believe, I find that the sideways mechanism seems to work a lot better than the up and down mechanism. I have no idea why, but it seems like, to me, it seems to work better the sideways way. I felt like I needed to have a further, like a bigger mechanism to actually be able to see them flutter as much as you can. Like if you, I find that just this one little mechanism is just a little bit short to try and see anything, where extending that mechanism just makes all the difference, because then you can see them flutter all the way out, which is quite exciting. Hey Vicky, how you going? Anyway, so then what I've done is I've used our foam adhesive strips. Sorry, I'm just gonna stamp thanks on the bottom of this one like I did for the other one before I put my foam strips on. Okay, so I've just stamped thanks down in the bottom corner. Okay, so I've turned it over. These foam strips are great for just getting that slot for your stamped image to go in. I've just popped it along the edge. And then along the bottom. I don't know whether anyone's actually tried to play with this and tried to get other stamps to work. I've seen a couple of people that have sort of showed different stamps being used. It opens your mind up to what other stamp now can I use that I can get to move. I did see a video tutorial at one stage on YouTube, and they actually had a flower and had the petals of the flower screw with, and it actually looked like the flower was spinning around, which was quite exciting. So I'm actually now going to have a good play around and see what I can get to move. So if I do any other stamp sets and things, I'll be sure to post some quick videos to show you different mechanisms. I mean, different stamps using the same mechanism. Okay, so I've just lined that up on the front, like so. Okay, and because I've cut the 1/8 of the inch off, it will now slide in quite well. Okay, so the next thing, I might actually cut a 1/4 of an inch, an 1/8 of an inch just off that end. And then I've used, I don't know whether you ladies have it, I've used the circle tab punch, which is this one, this new one. To put the mechanism to be able to grab hold of something and be able to do it. And what I've done is I've used the self-adhesive sheets on the back of some cardstock, so that when I actually punch it out, it's already got the adhesive on the back. Like that. And then what I do is I actually place this on while I've got that in, so I can see exactly where I can have it to sit. So like that. And fold it over. And just watch the little edges. Okay, but there you go, look at those. The little tiny butterfly works really well too out of this set. I did it in this one here. That one there, the little tiny butterfly. And it moves quite well as well. So I found that quite interesting as well. Okay, so then to finish off, I've already pre-stamped some nice little flowers to go on the side. And I thought I would incorporate the butterflies in this one. So I've just got the little flower and the leaves stamped out and cut out with the framelits. And I've got a couple of little butterflies that I've stamped in Bermuda Bay that I thought I might pop on there as well. So just with my flower, what I did was be really, really careful with when you put some liquid Tombow on here, that you don't put too much on, that it doesn't go through. I actually did pull this out while I stuck this on. You've got to be careful it doesn't go through the mechanism onto the other part. And a bit of Tombow again on the top. So what are you thinking, ladies? For something that I thought was so difficult, today when I finally got it, the main thing I think what we really need to realise is, I might use some glue dots for my little butterflies. The main thing is you've got to make sure that you have your first stamp really straight up and down, and then when you screw with your next stamp on top, it then creates that fluttering happening. Okay, I'm just going to pop a little butterfly up there. Maybe another one down in the bottom corner. Thank you, Vicky. It took me a while to as I said, I had to go at this a month ago, and I threw everything in the bin in disgust, thinking I can't believe I can't do this, because I had actually seen really quick short videos with people using stamps. One was the Dragonfly, and I was like, I've got these stamps, I can't work out why I can't do this. But today, with a little more patience, it actually all came together. Might just pop a butterfly on the flower too, I think. Now, normally, ladies, I do the inside of the card. I actually haven't done the inside of the card this time, mainly for the simple fact I've been playing around so much trying to get it to work that I didn't design the inside. Yeah. Okay, but there you have it. I will show you, before you go, I'll actually show you how I stamped the Dragonfly on another bit of cardstock, just so you can see how I did it as well. Okay. There's a bit of cardstock. The Dragonfly worked really well because of how big it was, I think, which was the main thing. You had quite a big area of the wings and things. So I'll bring in a pattern here again. I'll use this one. Okay, so same thing again. We line up our paper so that we've got our lines going nice and straight. Grab my Dragonfly stamp and ink it up. I'm using Early Espresso to ink the images. I just find that a dark ink is the better way to go. Okay. So stamp down in the middle there. Now with the Dragonfly, I had a bit of a hard time getting the middle of it to stamp properly. So really, thank you, Cheryl. So really press down really hard on your stamp and make sure that you get good coverage all the way over. Don't be scared to press really hard, because the whole idea is you're doing a slotted image, so it doesn't have to be full on perfect. It's just got to have most of the image stamped so that it will work. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my stamp again. Now, as we did before, move it sideways so that you go, so you can see there the image is full. When you move it sideways, I know my stamped image is there, but when you move it sideways, you can see white lines all in between. That's what you want to see. Now with the Dragonfly, I did it that way. Just did him screw with. So line up just the level of the tail. Make sure you press really well in the center. I have no problem sharing, Cheryl. Honestly, when I want to know something, I'm happy if someone shares, if they have the knowledge, and that's what Stampin' Up is all about, I think, sharing in our community what we do. Now, as you can see, the image hasn't stamped real well in the middle. That's okay. It still does the same thing. Sorry, I have to cut that down so I can put it into my mechanism part so you can see. So once again, I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off that side, 1/8 of an inch off that side. the only reason I'm doing this, I have pre-cut sizes for my cards, and so I've just used one of my layers that I normally use. Okay, so I'll pull that out. We'll pop the Dragonfly in, and there you go. There goes the Dragonfly fluttering. Honestly, if I had have known it was that simple, I would have been doing this way many more times than what I have. But as you can see, any ideas of any other stamp that you think we could use this with? I've seen the pig stamp get done. I've seen the poodle, that it wags its tail. I actually was going to try, I don't know whether it's going to work, but you know the stamp set, the little twinkle twinkle little star stamp set with the baby, moon baby? This one? I wondered whether if we could maybe stamp this little baby that's hanging from the umbrella and have him swinging, like maybe he could swing backwards and forwards. I'm not sure. I thought I might give that a go. Maybe these little moon baby images here, the little sheep and the little bears and things, maybe we could stamp them and they could move around. Any thoughts on any other stamp set that you think we could use? I'd be happy for any ideas. But yeah, look, honestly, I can't believe how good that's come up. And it was thankfully to my post that I put on the Demonstrator page, that there was a video tutorial. I'm trying to think of, Cheryl, can you remember who the video tutorial was that it was the Frugal Crafter? I think that's what it was. That was where it gave me the idea of the sideways. And she did it with just butterfly stamps that she had. And it was quite interesting to see. She actually didn't have this mechanism. She was like cutting slots in cardstock to make this mechanism part, where, as I said, Stampin' Up have made it so much easier for us to actually have this thinlet that we can do it. But there's no limits to this. Like we could do like maybe 3 long and have like a really nice long card, and you could have butterflies and dragonflies and things. Yeah, pretty kitty, Bella and friends. Yeah. Yeah, Cheryl, that would maybe be a good idea. Any other, if there's someone watching this back later on, if you have any ideas of what stamps you've got in your stamp set of Stampin' Up that you think we could use to do this, please feel free to drop it in the comments. And if I've got the stamp set, I'll give it a go and see. I'm tempted to do flowers. I think if we can get flowers moving, that would be quite exciting. But yeah, anyway, if you're not a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you're watching this and you're a customer or you would like to be a customer, I'd be happy to be your Stampin' Up demonstrator if you don't already have one in your area. These bundles are actually available in our Stampin' Up catalogue, our annual catalogue that we have at the moment. And the You Move Me bundle is the bundle that actually has the mechanism that you need to make this work. But these animated cards are, yes, quite enjoyable and exciting to do. Okay, I'll just switch it back over to me again now. Okay, I'm back. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. This was a great discovery today, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit excited about it. And I would be happy to see if anyone has a go and has success. Please give me a comment, and I'd be happy to. Wouldn't it be cool if we could, lady from beautiful to walk? Maybe that could happen too. What about the one, isn't there one that she dances? we could probably do it with that. Is it in that beautiful lady? I'm sure there's one where she's dancing. You could maybe, yeah, do something there. That would be great too. Anyway, keep dropping comments in the bottom and let me know any ideas. If you're watching this back later on, please feel free to comment. I'd be happy to jump back on and answer comments. Yeah, I thought there was a ballerina, like that sort of ballerina pose. Like maybe you could move her a little bit, that her arms and legs could move or a skirt could move. I'm not sure how you get just part of the image to move. I'd have to play around with that. I know the one with the poodle, it was actually just, I think it's tail that moved, I think. So I'm not actually sure how you just get one part of it to move. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. It was a quick video tutorial tonight. Normally I go for a whole hour, but I actually had something else planned for tonight that probably would have taken me a whole hour. But when I discovered this today, I thought, oh, I'm definitely doing a video on this. If you have missed me live, I will try and get this posted onto my YouTube video. Please hit the like button. The more you hit the like button, the more Facebook will show our videos. So please, everybody, when you jump online and view these live videos, please hit the like button, because that's the way we get out there. And Facebook, the amount of traffic and the amount of interest in our videos is Facebook. Thank you, everyone. Wow, the like buttons are coming left, right, and center. Thank you. Awesome. And yes, that way Facebook actually, yeah, show our videos a lot more than what we can. I have 5 people watching now. There's a 5th person. I'm not sure who the 5th person is. I've been chatting away. Say hi to me. Let me know where you are and where you're from, who you are and where you're from. I do these live videos every Wednesday night at 7:30. I have a regular time slot. I do jump on every now and then through the day when I get a bit of a spare chance. But anyway, happy crafting, everybody, and I hope you have some success. Please feel free to drop me a message and even show me some of the creations that you've made using this. I think it's great to share the knowledge that we have. So that's what I'm all about. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for joining in. And if you want to keep watching my YouTube videos, every Wednesday night I'm on at 7:30 regular time slot, and hope to see you all again. So thank you for watching, and bye from Donna Gray, Stamping Up in the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Thank you all. Bye.